you are. Husband.
Oh yeah, and you're my wife. I'll take that.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along and take her arm with a grin. Tell the children they must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
1, 2, or 3. Say that that's true enough. Shake her hand. Los, you presume. Ask if you couldn't find some more age-appropriate companions. Say you're more concerned with survival than entertainment. Kind of make a joke out of this.
Yourself, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't mind the kiddies, usually.
He's already hitting on me. I don't even know how that would work. Lizard man and a human. Hey, I don't know what they do. Their own privacy. Ask if she knows anything about the murder, that happened on board. Tell her she ought to have a look around with you. You can watch each other's backs. Take your leave. I'm not really too concerned about the murder because, I mean, I'm already a prisoner on this ship. It really doesn't matter to me. But we can try to hook up with her.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Oh, really?
You take care, though.
Oh, okay.
Her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
That girl has some secrets behind her. What do you have to say?
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail.
I'm gonna check the chat real fast, see if there's any updates to it. No, why? Nobody's talking. Come on, guys, you got to talk. You do not talk, then it's no fun. Oh no, I just exited out of the chat. Oh crap. Okay, I gotta open that back up. It'll just be 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I just managed to do that. Do. About chat. There we go. All about chat's back up, so now I can talk to you guys again. Ooh.
He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
He
That's
sits back
weird.
and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Stare at him in shock and ask what the hell he thinks he's doing. Ask whether the book he's reading is any good. He seems engrossed in it. Ask who you're speaking to. Red Prince. Say that to touch a prince of the Empire is to experience 7 years of good fortune. He's welcome. 5. Take your leave. Be a little bit of an asshole.
7 years? What an infinitesimal period. Why would anyone... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, Lizard. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Look at him curiously. You're not sure he understands what's happening. You're bemused. Who is this guy? Ask about his book. He really seems drawn in. Really seems to draw him in. 4. Take your leave. Let's look at him curiously. I don't think he understands what's going on.
Perhaps not. Understanding is all rather relative.
Okay.
Take this book, for example. I understand all of it, and yet none of it makes sense.
Okay. Just because you can read doesn't mean you can interpret. It's obvious.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle.
Okay. So you don't know how to interpret shit.
Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
1. Tell him about the war between the Divine Order and the Black Ring. It dwarfed everything that went before. Red Prince, smirk, you know everything, obviously. Lizard, boast that the ancient empire has abided through all of history, even in the face of the Divine Order. It stands strong. Scholar, while Cranley Hubert's work is generally seen as the authority, but you can recommend some histories of each race. I don't know. I'm in between the Red Prince and the Scholar. Because obviously this guy does know everything. Kind of an asshole. We do the Scholar, where, you know, we kind of try to amuse him. Okay, let's be an asshole.
It's unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer.
Hey, like I said, asshole.
I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
I'm gonna go with number 4. If he wants legends, he shouldn't be reading a history book.
Of course you don't have any useful information.
Asshole.
Why did I expect anything else?
I don't know.
Now please, run along.
Yeah, fuck you too, dude. Out, bitch. Doggy! Yeah, just bark at me.
Right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mest.
My prince.
Knows I'm her prince.
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her gruel-stained garb.
Forgive me, your highness. I didn't expect... Well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal and rotting roots to serve, I'd concoct something more fitting for one of your stature.
1. Wave her away. You've no time for such groveling. 2. Tell her to relax. She's no reason to apologize. 3. Scoff at her excuses. You deserve only the finest cuisine, and it's her duty to provide it. We can be an asshole, which is kind of the Red Prince and what he does. We can be a chill dude. I'm gonna be a chill dude.
She nods and smiles wanly before returning to her duties.
It's okay, darling. You're good. Meet me at the bunks later. It's a dwarf.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
President take that in customs.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Boy, tell him he ought to think twice before addressing you like a child. 2. Ask what you're meant to be hearing. 3. Wave his request away and ask him what he knows about the murder on board. 4. Take your leave.
He
Call me a
opens
boy.
both eyes and turns his head toward you, looking you up and down. He smiles and closes his eyes once more.
You look like a boy to me.
Oh man, you're gonna go there. I'll steal all of those golden medallions right out of your beard, boy.
Listen, if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
1. Ask what you're meant to be hearing. 2. Wave his request away and leave. Whatever. Okay, 1. What am I supposed to be hearing?
Of course.
Shit. Whiten. Is that even a word? Quieten your listening and listen to the sounds of the ship. What I'm
A
gonna do.
wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
1. Tell him the ship is moaning like a sick man. 2. Say the sea sounds angry, like it's trying to capsize the ship. 3. Remark that your shipmates are as chatty as gulls. You can barely hear over the din. 4. Tell him you don't hear anything unusual. Let's say the sea sounds angry.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
1. Close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away. 2. Ask him what exactly you're supposed to be listening for. 3. Tell him you don't have time for this and bid him farewell. It's
There
entertaining.
now, just like that. Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
1. Ask what's got him so excited that's nothing more than a rat. 2. Nod, you heard it. What's it supposed to be? 3. Decide to leave him to his soundscape and take your leave.
It's the
2.
wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Okay.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
1. Tell him he shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard. Oh man. 2. Ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. You haven't heard anything good about that place. 3. Note he must be a practiced sailor. Ask what the figure means to him. Ah man, you can't talk bad on a beautiful beard.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? Don't go far, mate. Even here.
Oh man. Let's ask him why he's so excited.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
Yeah. 1. Cock an eyebrow. If he's hatching an escape plan, you want in. 2. Say nothing, but look him over once before leaving. You may want to find him again inside Fort Joy. 3. Take your leave. Let's look him over again. I want this guy to be my friend.
Your kind always
Such a
hung
beautiful
closest
beard.
to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
This guy's over here being an asshole. Not even
Got
just
this
talking to
on
him.
a leash now.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Okay.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp you found.
Okay.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
We can move closer to him, or we can be a nobleman. He dares beckon you like his common servant, sniff and pretend not to notice him. 3. Turn and walk away. Let's move closer to him.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
1. Ask if and why the Magister suspects him of murder. 2. This doesn't seem like the optimal part of the ship to hang around. Take your leave. I don't know. I feel like I should stay out of trouble. I feel like I should stay out of trouble, and that's what I'm gonna
I
do.
wish you good luck, but I have a feeling you're the one who won't need it.
Ooh. Never mind. I really
Ifan
want to know this
raises
guy's
his
story.
eyebrows, but shakes his head at your attempts to communicate, glancing sideways at the
Ah. Okay. I guess we can't listen to his story now. That's disappointing. So I think we have talked to everybody. It looks like there's somebody down here we can talk to. Ooh, who are you?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
1. Wonder what she's doing. 2. Ask if you may join her. I don't know what she's doing, so why would I join her?
Rolling dice.
Okay. You got me there.
Deciding fates.
Okay. Frown, whose fate are you deciding? Laugh. Can you read the future and cow entrails as well? That's been an asshole. I'm gonna laugh at her.
Seriously.
Okay.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too.
Ooh.
I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
1. You don't see why not. Extend your arm. 2. Decline. We don't know where her tongue has been. I don't know. I don't know. That throat can fit a lot. Let's let her lick my arm.
She
Maybe
gives
more
your
later.
arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Ooh.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, your hunger gnawed and gnawed at you until you could stand it no longer. Finding the cellar door ajar, instead of trying to escape, you snuck into the pantry like a common thief, only to find nothing but rather questionable turnips. There you stood as a magister walked in, still hungry, feeling a mighty fool.
1. Stare at the ground, embarrassed. You had quite forgotten about that. 2. Admit wide-eyed. That's exactly right. 3. Snap at her. She doesn't know what in the 7 hell she's talking about. Me personally, I wouldn't do that, so I'm gonna snap at
She
her.
pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
Oh, you gonna be that bitch. Okay.
There, no need to be a sourpuss. You don't have to worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me.
Ooh.
I don't lick and tell.
Yeah, fine.
She smiles contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't we?